Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Full Amigos show. Of course, it's your boy Mide, and I have Sam here. Yo, he's doing well. He's celebrating Arsenal's win. Don't worry, he'll be back. But of course, it's always a pleasure to have Sam on here with us, amigos. Like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas celebration. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Every religion that's out there. I hope you all had a wonderful time with friends and family, and hope you all are doing well. And of course, getting ready to start the new year, 2026, which looks like it's going to be packed with a lot of great things. I hope you all get to make it. I wish you all the best. Of course, there's some exciting times ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Stay positive. Stay positive. Speaking of positivity, Sam, how are you today, sir?
Very thankful, happy to be back.
Yes,
It's
yes. We're
uh,
glad you're back. We're
yeah,
glad you're back. Even though Liverpool did win, they did beat Wolves. Of course, we didn't today. As we talk about game game week game week 19. Yeah, it's a soap opera at this point, amigos. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. No matter how bad they are, I'll still support them. That's what a fan has to do, right, Sam?
absolutely. I can't wait to talk about the game. I think there's a lot of positive in it. If not for the missed chances, we'll be talking about different thing now, an entirely different thing. And of course, Wolves also missed some chances, but Man United missed a lot more and some clear chances. But yeah, we can talk about it if that's what we're getting started with.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, amigos. United play Wolves. Wolves drew with United 1-0. United played at Old Trafford, and of course, it's one of those games where Xerxes scores. Was a deflected goal, but nonetheless, it's still a goal. And within about 5 minutes to the end of the first half, Wolves score, and it's one of those things where mistakes happen, right? Flicked header, instead of heading the ball out of the box, you head it across the box. That tends to create a situation where someone can rebound, and that's exactly what happened, right? Especially if the other defender on the far post doesn't block that flick on to get it away from the box. These things happen, right? And we can blame and point fingers as much as we want, but at the end of the day, these things happen. You cannot let mistakes like that impact the entire results of the game. Cannot let mistakes like that affect the entire performance of the team. If you have chances, you gotta start finishing them. Sesko is an absolute culprit to that. He had a good game today, but he could have been better. He had a lot of chances. There were more. It seems to me that as a striker, Sam, there are moments where you doubt yourself and you get on the end of a cross or a pass or a lob over the top, and you decide to use your head instead of your leg. And in another situation, you decide to use your leg instead of your head. And as a striker, if you second guess yourself within the 2 seconds when that ball is either on the air or coming to your feet, you've lost what you want to do. We've always, as a coach, I've always taught players, and I've always been taught as well in the past, you need to know what you need to do even before you receive the ball. That's why they talk about scanning. And that also comes with confidence as well. And so when you have Xerxes, yes, he scored a goal. It was a deflection, but he did score. But he had chances. Drugo had chances. Sesko had chances. Cunha had chances. When you don't score them and you're playing a team that's bottom of the table, they will take their chances, right? Thank God for Sunny Lamans. We would have lost that game. That was how bad we were. We're just not playing well, Sam. Performance isn't good. We're not scoring goals. We look at our bench, the youngsters are there. To me, he could have brought in Shea Lacey today. He could have done something more than the Jack Fletcher he brought in. Jack Fletcher, yes, he's young, but there's no spark. There's nothing to look forward to, right? Chido Obi was there as well, didn't get to use him. This is where I look to the board to say, we are Manchester United. Look at our bench. I understand injuries happen. I understand players go to AFCON. You gotta have a plan though. It was just very disappointing. I don't know if we can sustain this going forward. I don't know. I don't know if he's the right coach long term. I have a lot of questions and answers right now, amigos. Sam, your thoughts about the game?
I can't believe I'll be saying this, but I don't think he's. This is I'm not a big fan of Amron, but I'm starting to like him. I'm starting to like what he's trying to do.
Wait, I have to ask. Sorry, I have to ask. Are you liking him because he's getting bad results and
No,
being a Liverpool
no,
fan, or are you liking him genuinely because he's improving or he's
he's
making changes?
improving. He's on the Football Amigo show. Uh, we talk about reality, and we also bring a little bit of our selfishness into it. In this case, I'm not being it's not me being an opponent fan. It's just the fact that I'm seeing what he's doing, but it's hard for you to get accolade or get results when you started off on the wrong foot. And you see that in the game as well. In games, not just today's game. Uh, Zerski not the greatest option right now. Not in terms of. Let me stick with Amaran and I'll go to player. So for Amaran, I see what he's trying to do with the players he has. One thing that they struggle with looking at that game is they just lack creativity. They truly miss players like Ahmad, Bomo, of course, Fernandez. When those are your energy bringer, ball carriers, whatever you want to call it, when those pieces are out, you're left with wondering who's going to be, firecracker here. Cunha is trying, but for some reason his end product is just not. I don't feel the end product right now. So for the coach, I see what he's trying to do. However, with the amount of results, the amount of bad results he started off with, bad media, or well, not bad media, unwarranted media attention, it puts Man United on this microscopic view. Everybody, even Gary Neville, everybody's trying to look at the wrong in Man United. Gary Neville put it like that's the baddest of the bad or something like that. They can only put it that way because you're playing Wolves. Because you think Wolves is gonna be the team that you're just gonna gloss over and all. No, we saw it against Liverpool. We even saw it against Arsenal. They got their first goal against Arsenal. They got their next goal against Liverpool. Then they got their. So that team is also improving. But you also have to look at it. Man United is not. They don't have the creativity. That's a team thing. That's a team effort. That's a team. That's a coach thing. You have to have that talisman, especially when you don't have those three that I mentioned here. And the end product is bad. We don't have scorers. I say we, Man United in this case. You don't have scorers. You don't have people that can hit the target, 7 out of 10 times when they get a chance. That's a problem that needs to be fixed. It's a personnel thing right now. It's not just so much about the coach thing. Again, another thing that I noticed in that game is just the game was kind of flat. There's a little bit of there's just no there's no a lot of dispersing of ball everywhere. Again, it goes back to creativity. You cannot have 45 minutes, the entire 45 minutes, and you're playing against Wolves. I'm not saying Wolves are a bad team, but you cannot be playing against teams like Wolves, some second tier teams, and Man United is not producing some firecrackers. And the two or three that you had, you couldn't convert them. So you can't blame the coach for that. You can't blame the coach, honestly. Who is he going to bring in? The fresh leg, the new legs that don't even understand what the struggle of Premier League. That don't understand the competition that is in Premier League. Those are the ones that you think will change the game. No. So again, I don't like Amaran. I didn't like him. I'm starting to like what he's doing. I think we need to give him more time and also look at the other team that he's playing. So I know they're talking about. I'm talking too much on this now. I know they talk about players like Zerski moving those players on. Yes, those things are necessary. But who are you targeting right now? If Semenya is out of the race, who are you targeting right now? Man United just have this problem of not only recruiting in general, from recruiting coach since Alex Ferguson left, recruiting coach to recruiting players, even back office as a matter of fact. It seems like everybody is just troublesome. But the funniest thing is when people leave that kind of Man United environment, they go start thriving somewhere else. So there's a little bit of chaos. I don't think you should put it on the coaches or all of that I'm saying.
It's a high pressured environment, and it's a culture that demands success quicker, and it's because of historically they've been so used to consistency in success. And when you come into that team with all of the changes that's been happening and the board making time and time again the wrong decisions, it does create this environment where you have to do well. You don't have room for improvement. And it's a very hard place to be, even as a fan. It's a very hard team to support right now, but we just gotta support them. But I honestly do not know if he's going to be there long term. He might get the rest of the season, but I don't know if we can spend all of this money again for him. Maybe he turns it around in the beginning of the year. I'll always be optimistic and have glass full with him. I will continue to support him, but some of the decisions he makes on the field are very questionable. Let's see
Do
how
you know
transfer. Go ahead.
if you guys have won today, you'll be in top four.
Exactly. This is the
The
third time. This is the third time he has had this opportunity and he hasn't taken it.
it's not just him though. There's a lot of things.
Well, Chelsea is Chelsea. They are known for being inconsistent, but that's also because they have a lot of young players. I don't think it's necessarily a Maresca thing. I think if they continue the way they are, they might do an Arsenal, where Arsenal were very inconsistent, and then all of a sudden they started doing well. Maybe United has to go through the same thing as well. But during that time frame, though, Arsenal were playing well, playing good football. United isn't. We're not creating chances. That we're not finishing them. That's a problem. I saw Arsenal's game today. Moving on to Arsenal, Amigos, like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about the United Wolves game. Moving on to Arsenal, Sam, I watched that game and I think to myself, this is a team that beat you a couple of weeks ago in their home 2-1. It was a tight game. Yes, you didn't play well, but you still tried to get a result. And at the dying moments of the game, they got a chance and they scored. They come over. You can see the mentality of the players. They got their goal and they did not stop. They kept going. They kept playing well. They kept creating chances. Yes, they're missing those chances, but when the chance came, they finished it. To me, Arsenal looks like a very mature team. And I look at Jesus as well, Sam. This is a player that's been injured for most of the season. Comes in, there's doubt if he's going to get his chance, his spot on the field because of the players they've bought in Gokares. Gets the ball, scores immediately. That's the mentality we're looking for. There's no you get five chances, you might be close to scoring one. He gets two chances, he scores one of them. It's a maturity that I just don't see in United that Arsenal is displaying right now. They dispatched Aston Villa 4-1, easy. Aya will be dancing around somewhere right now. We'd love to hear from him when he gets back. He'll be so like they just look like they are ready to be champions. They look like champion material. I want United to look like Arsenal. I can't believe I'm even saying that as a United fan, but I want them to perform like Arsenal is performing. That's how dire things are. Aston Villa couldn't do anything, Sam. They could not not only could they not defend, they could not even attack to score. Arsenal were just all over them in their half of the field. It was a very impressive display by Arsenal, and they just look like they're going to win it right now. Your thoughts?
I don't compare us now with Man United.
I'll compare
Please.
their performance. I mean,
No.
Arsenal.
You You had the answer earlier by saying, Arsenal has some inconsistent periods on their Arteta. You didn't put that, but I'll put that with you, for you. It takes time. It takes, I mean, Arsenal fans can tell you they were sad, bitter for 3, 4 years.
But we say
Since
that are out. We're not saying I'm out yet.
fair, fair, that's right, that's true. It takes time. I look at the game, and I look at Arsenal's bench. I didn't see the live game, and I'm like, I saw Eze on the bench, and I'm like, huh. Imagine if Eze is in this game.
We're dead.
Odegaard came back, and he's been doing mighty things. Like you say, Gabriel Jesus came back, and so yes, you're right. Arsenal's got the hunger that Man United doesn't have. But he also comes from a place of pain, struggles. Being second 3, 4 times in a row, it's not easy. Now you're at the top. You don't want to lose the momentum. Now you have a coach that is patient with his players. He's giving them plenty of time to play together, to gel together. We've talked about this on the show. Arteta doesn't change that much, And as much that it might sound negative, it's also positive. Those are the results that you're seeing today. You're right. Aston Villa they didn't have a say in that game. They didn't have a say at all. So it comes from having quality player, coach using this quality players correctly. Look at how Jesus go, man. You can tell, man, that dude his eyes for goal. He's hungry. He wants to leave a mark in this season. And you have several players like that. I mentioned Eze, I mentioned Martinelli. So quality will always outshine you or outshine anyway. So these players are quality, they are good players. The coach is using them well. You can't compare that to Man United. You cannot. You cannot. On the side of what's my call it now? Aston Villa's coach was our coach now, former
You're
Arsenal
not
guy,
Emery.
Emery. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because you know they probably thought they're gonna come in here and get a draw or something. But it's just a bad day for them. They are playing the wrong team. This is the wrong team to play right now. Because, I mean, Arsenal's got everybody stuck. Again, I didn't see the full game, so I don't really have any thoughts on how they play. But from the highlights, from the players that I saw on the pitch, what's it called? Gabriel is back. Whatchamacallit is back. Captain is back.
Oh my
Saka
God.
is still, it's hard to beat those guys. It's hard. The only person that can stop them right now is Man City. So, yeah, it'll be a fun season. I wish them all the best, but I still want my Liverpool to keep pushing.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's. I can go on with United, but I'm not. I'm not. At the end of the day, like you said, only time will tell. Amigos, one thing I've learned in life, time answers questions you don't even know to ask.
I
It's
remember
very,
you saying that a long time ago, and I never forget you.
yeah,
I say it to my friends too. Keep
yeah.
going.
So it's one of those things where time will show things that you think you know. Time will show things that you know, and time will show things that you had no clue about that you need to focus on. And it looks to me that Arsenal are on that trajectory to win the title. I don't, other than Man City, I really don't see anyone else stopping them. Aston Villa huffed and puff, but I don't think. I think with Aston Villa, it's easy for them to beat lower level teams, high level teams. Yeah, Arsenal they beat Arsenal, yes, but they still need to improve that pedigree on that level. Moving on, like, share, subscribe, amigos. Those are your thoughts about the Arsenal Aston Villa game. Of course, Arsenal beating Aston Villa 4-1. Liverpool is playing on the 1st of January. They're playing Leeds. That's going to be a fun game. Of course, I think the way the schedule looks right now, the Premier League had some teams play back to back, some teams rested, and then of course that switches where some teams who down get to rest, some teams who play back to back, and of course you have to rope in the FA Cup round as well too. That's coming early in January as well. Amigos, look forward to those as well for your different teams. Sam, guess who United is playing? Brighton. We, and I'll leave it at that. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that squad between now and August of next year. Something has to give. Something has to improve, to be honest. But I look forward to it. I will be rooting for Leeds because Leeds are on fire right now. Calvin Lewin can't stop scoring. Sam, um, do you see? Do you see Liverpool? And also, I remember checking this as well. It's one of those situations where we know how things played out when Liverpool went to Leeds. This time, Leeds is played away to Liverpool on the 1st of January. It will be interesting. I know this is more of a reaction game, or a reaction podcast, of course, but we will definitely bring you the predictions for that for both Liverpool playing that game and their next game that's going to be back to back as well, and of course our other teams as well too. But Sam, just to wrap it up, do you think Liverpool are in that position now where they've settled the ship and they will continue to sail on a upward trajectory, or do you see errors and trusts in their near future, especially in 2026?
I still see some, unfortunately. Um, I hope we go into the new year with a different uh, game style, different results. Not being able to keep a clean sheet is concerning. Playing against what was that team? Was it Wolves? And it felt like, you know, it just didn't feel. It felt like they were coming at us like towards the end of the game, primarily just the entire second half. So we need to start and finish strong, and not start strong and drop the ball and just the defense could be better. There's just something that is not connecting in that defense. When we don't have the possession, when we don't have ball possession, it feels like the whole world is on fire. We are running everywhere. So I don't. Of course, you mentioned Calvin Lloyd, really good player, troublemaker for sure. But I still see us coming out with a win in that game. The question is, can we keep clean sheet? I don't think so.
Mm. Do you think Liverpool's going to go into the transfer window to try to rectify that, or do you feel like they're going to wait till summer?
Definitely, Mark Gurry coming in. When is the transfer window opening?
Starts 1st of January.
1st of January. So we see what happens. From we've not been hearing things. Sounds like that guy might stay in that Crystal Palace, man.
He
But
might stay till the end of the year. Sorry, to the
yeah,
end of the season. I think he
season.
might. However, I know some teams are already buying players. It's just not official. Brennan
Mm.
Johnson, another example, moving from Tottenham to Crystal Palace, which I thought
Really?
was interesting. Yeah, and Semenyo going to Man City in 48 hours.
Why
Yeah,
is Brennan Johnson going to Crystal Palace?
he's not playing. He's not starting. And Brendan Johnson is one of those where he scored so many goals last season because he was starting. Um, Thomas Frank just hasn't started him. He's preferred kudos to him. And I don't blame him. I think Crystal Palace is perfect for him because he will play. I feel like when when Ismaila Sa is on the right, he can be on the left and get goals like he always has. So I think it's a good decision for him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just not
Good. Well,
playing.
I'm back to Liverpool. We'll see what happens. We know that Isak is injured. From the attack point of view, we still have a Ketike, but the defense needs some. We need rotation in that defense. Having some consistency and rotation will set us apart from other teams for sure. Because we have the midfield, to some extent we have the attack. Uh, So we just need to get that defense right.
I agree. I agree. Amigos, like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about our reactions to Game 18. Of course, we will be bringing you Game 19 predictions, being the fact that certain games are kind of back to back and kind of shuffling those together into the new year. But exciting times coming ahead, amigos. Get excited, like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about those games, and we'll be bringing you more content shortly. Thank you all so much for your time. And as always, stay positive. We'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.